if you say, I want to be the African man, you're going to die by yourself. The man is always a breadwinner, and the woman just takes from the man. Whatever the man says goes. You are a young man. If you have a lady that you are with now, try to do certain things to test her. And at that time, you must have been about 10 years to get into class 1.
Yeah.
So you have to send your hand like this.
They
Yes.
did that to me too.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm not old.
Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of Reality on Repeat. My name is Bertain. I'm your host. First off, I want to thank those of you who have been with us from the first episode up till now. If you've been watching us, you can see that we've made some changes. And like I told you guys from day one, we're going to do our best to keep up with you guys, to make sure that we give you guys the best viewing experience. So first off, I'm going to be introducing someone special, someone you guys are going to be seeing a lot from starting today. By my right side is no other than an energetic lady, our Gen Z body.
Period.
A pretty lady. She's going to be doing she's going to be my right hand. I don't know if I should say right hand man or right hand woman, but yeah, you guys get the gist. Mem.
Hi, y'all. I'm so excited to be here. This is my official first episode. I've been working in the background, but now I get to be in front of the camera. So I'm excited to bring you guys everything that reality has to offer. So stay tuned.
Yeah. All right. You guys heard it. Stay tuned. Before I move on, I'm going to tell you guys a story. When I first got my job, as African kids, they always tell us when you get your job, you have to make sure you give your first salary to your parents. So, as our guest for today, I'm going to be introducing someone very special. This man is a father, he's a husband, he's a successful doctor, he's someone whom a lot of us look up to, a mentor. Dr. Kume, welcome to Reality on Repeat.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me here. It's a pleasure being here, and I hope we're going to share some ideas that are going out there to help people grow up and then stabilize some certain issues in marriages.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Kume. Like you guys heard, we're going to be talking about a lot of ideas that are going to hopefully help some of you. I know not everybody's going to agree, but like I always say, if you don't agree, remember to tell us in the comment sections. We don't always have to be on the same page.
Yep.
Just tell us, and then maybe we could be wrong, you could be right. But at the end of the day, we all disagree to agree.
Yep. And before we start, I just want to say, I'm so excited that he's my first guest since I'm co-hosting for the first time, because he's very special, not just to me, but I feel like everyone that's around my age in Delaware right now. He was our father, since 2016. That's when we first came here. So we're very, very excited to have you here, and I'm especially super excited to have you on here.
Thank you, man. Always there. Always there. People run away from me because I would always say at it is.
He's calling me out.
Well, if in any issue, just come and then we'll discuss it. We'll talk it out.
Yeah, we look for him doing issues, but we should also look at him now doing our enjoyment faces.
All right. So we're gonna be talking about traditional versus modern day families, marriage stuff, and everything. So pay attention and make sure you stay with us till the end, because like we said, there's going to be a lot which you don't want to miss out on. So once more, Dr. Kume, welcome to Reality on Repeat. First off, I'm going to start by asking, you're a husband and you've had a successful marriage. How long have you been married now?
Hi, guys. Once again, I think I've been married now. I've been married since 1996.
Damn, before my parents.
Yeah, we got traditionally married in 1996, and then we did the white wedding in 2009. Yeah,
Just off my head, that's about 21 years.
yeah.
Some of us don't. Some of us have not even been in a relationship for 1 year.
1996 to now is about
20,
29 years.
yeah, 29.
20
not
29 years.
21, bro.
I'm
How old are you?
Yeah, not with. Oh my god.
How old are you?
My apologies, doctor. But yeah, some of us have not even been in a relationship a year.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
But like that's amazing. It's like that's very good. So throughout like that period, like what are some of the best things about marriage that you can tell us that some of us don't get to enjoy right now?
Marriage in Africa has a different setting than what we have here in America, in the Western world.
True.
So in Africa, the man is always the breadwinner,
Okay.
and then he is always the decision maker in the house, and the woman just takes from the man. Whatever the man says goes with the woman. And then women in Africa, they commit themselves more to the family than to they look up to the family more than themselves. So they are selfless. Okay. But here is different. People would tell you they have to strike a deal. You have to come to a compromise.
Yeah.
For anything that goes on in the house. So coming back to what I've enjoyed the respect. While we're in Africa, we enjoy being, you come back from work, you're treated like a king, and then here is different because you're coming back from work, you don't know whether you're coming to meet your wife or she's
working too.
She's also at work.
Yes.
And then because in Africa, since we are the breadwinners, we go out and then we come back to meet our wives home. Anything they want to do, they have to ask. Anything they want to buy, they have to ask you for it.
Yeah.
But here is different. So the flexibility, people coming from Africa, some people have met, you see, when marriages come from Africa, they don't stay here because people do not want to be flexible.
All right. So
Yes.
On that point, do you feel like the fact that your wife, especially back home, as you specified, had to come to you for a lot of these things, do you think that was a better setting for you, like the whole house being solely dependent on you versus here? Like, do you prefer that setting back home versus here?
Not really, but with respect to the ego in men, that one is better.
Yeah.
Yes. And then here, people have to share bills.
Yeah.
So you will not expect somebody that has to share in your bills to sit home and wait for you anytime you're coming back from work to serve you food.
Yeah. It'll be hard on you too.
Yes, it will be hard on you. Yeah. And here in America, you cannot really work just by yourself and then you succeed.
Especially if you have a family.
Yes. If you have a family, you guys have to share. You have to sit down, take decisions together, and then life will move on. But if you say, I want to be the African man, you're going to die by yourself.
So what I hear is the pros and cons.
Yes.
But like moving from like when transitioning from the traditional setting to like the modern marriage and everything, was it like difficult for you guys to adapt to it?
Yeah, it didn't come just easily because you had to swallow your pride at times and then do things that are in the interest of everyone in the family. I remember when one of my friends, the wife just came from Cameroon around 2016. Mm-hmm. I took one guy here, one of my friends that came here around 2011. We went to visit that guy whose wife just came from Cameroon. So they stayed the wife from Cameroon saved us food and then brought us water to wash our hands. That guy said, wow. Wow. So this is still happening in America. Madam, continue. This continue.
He didn't know she just came.
Yeah, when you say such remarks, you know that the transition is not easy.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not easy.
So it's just as hard on you guys.
It's hard, but you have to do it because that's how this place is set up.
Yeah.
If you don't do that, you're going to get out of the rails. You're going to derail because your family will not stand. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's like, because for some of us, unfortunately, we might never get the experience. So we might never get the opportunity to experience like the whole traditional marriage setting where, like you said, the man is the breadwinner, and that's not just here. If you go even back home now, you have families who probably have like that family type of setting, because a lot of people are kind of adapting a lot to like the Western world. Even back home, like most families, everybody has to work and all of that. So it's something that some of us might never get to experience even. So
Yeah, the thing is, when you talk like that, I see fear in you. Because there are certain families here. Yes.
Doctor,
Yes, I see fear.
doctor called me out on that
Yes,
one.
because there are some families here that still behave like that. We still have some good ones. They try to balance the modern way and the traditional way and then stand in the middle. But some people are just pushing it to the extreme
Yeah.
in the modern way, which is bad. But if you look good, you are a young man. If you have a lady that you are with now, try to do certain things to test her, and then you see. Because there's no way on earth that you're going to get Holy Maria for a wife.
Yeah. Not even back home. I feel
Yes,
like.
you cannot do that. You cannot get a Holy Maria for a wife. So you have to test some certain things, even though some certain characteristics are hidden until you see it. Some people even liken marriages to courtism. You get to know the real conditions after you are inside. Yes.
So what are some tests that you think that guys should be doing? Because I'm a girl, so I want to know, so that some pointers, so that also I get a little bit of a script when I'm being tested.
Sometimes even we don't even get to the test,
the
because
thing-
before you even get to know some of the ladies, they've already set the standard. Like now, women have standards that they've already set. But
I mean, everybody should have standards.
but like standards that you cannot even meet, that you won't even feel like you need to test her again. Like you already know this is not what I'm going to sign up
We're
for.
talking about, right? We're talking about when you put in it.
Yeah, the thing is, this test is boys' issues, so I cannot voice it out.
You can give us some,
so-
because I think some boys may be watching and they want to learn.
So you'll be with the lady at home. If the lady is family oriented, you will know. There's a lady at home that always tell you, let's go get lunch in the restaurant. Let's go get lunch in the restaurant. That type of a lady is not a home. It's not a marriage. They call it marriage
Family-oriented type of lady.
material. They call it marriage wife material.
What if they just don't like cooking?
No, they have to cook.
But what if the husband, maybe the boyfriend knows how to cook?
If the boyfriend
Or the husband.
knows how to cook, you are pushing it to that extreme, that modern marriage extreme.
Exactly.
But he could be okay
Yes.
with it.
But wow, no,
He's
but
okay with it
okay,
because-
let's say he's okay with it, but what if he's not okay with it?
And
Because-
then that's not the lady
He's
for you.
okay with it because you've made him okay with it. You push him to that, and then he doesn't have a choice.
Yes.
He just wants somebody that maybe he's seen some good things in you that he does not want to lose. But if you keep pushing it like that, the restaurant thing will soon turn to different things, like it comes from the house. It comes to the house. You are never in. I want to go to the club. Because you say, I love dancing. I started dancing when I was young. You cannot change me now because of married things.
Exactly.
I feel like
Exactly.
you
And then
guys are
you
going
keep
to the
you
way
keep
extreme
you
of
keep
describing
moving like that.
it.
Yes. So in this marriage thing, when you are dating a lady, test the lady. Do like you can go intentional bankrupt. You guys are working from home now.
Daddy, how?
You are working from home, but if you are doing two jobs, tell the lady you lost one, and then
See how she reacts to it.
yes, and then see whether she will be able to help with certain things that you were doing at home. This is America.
That's if
That's
you guys
true.
were living together, though. That would work only if you guys.
Even if you guys,
Yeah. No.
there are things that you can do for your man, even if you guys.
Yeah, if you are not living together.
Maybe you used to. Sometimes she will ask you
So-
for money for her. If you tell her you don't have that money, and see how she reacts to stuff like that.
Try her again. If your parents are back home or you have some uncles back home, tell her this my uncle fell sick. I need some money. And then tell her I want to send him some money. You see some ladies that are very extremist will tell you, what, this money is our money. Don't send it. We need to sit down and take the decision.
Yeah.
Your uncle, yes, but that's right though. But she has to support you because this is something of life and death.
Right.
If somebody is sick, that person may actually die.
Die.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then see the behavior in this lady, like when you guys have issues, and then you see her reactions to know if you can be able to go on with that. Because marriage is not something that you say, I will jump into it today, and then if it's not going well, I will jump
Jump
out
out
on it.
tomorrow.
That's not how marriage was ordained by God. Marriage was meant to be a long-time commitment.
True. True.
Yes. I see fear in young boys now because of this marriage divorce things.
I was going to get to that. I
Yes.
was going to get to that.
They jump in here because they see that this guy is a promising guy, he's a successful guy, he has made some money. They come in, sign, join property. And then they are in there as if they are in a waiting room in an airport, waiting for the next available flight to board. They just stay in the marriage, no matter what is happening. They just keep continue this, try to control the situation to meet up with lawful demands of marriage, like for 3 years, and then they file a divorce, knowing that they are going out with a very big chunk of your wealth. That's what is putting most men now, most young men, into fear.
What I would like to say about that is like most of those men that you're talking about don't even make that type of money to be worried.
But okay.
To be worried about like, oh, this person is going to take this chunk of wealth or that chunk of wealth.
But-
Obviously,
but-
like
No,
divorce is a hard process in general. But if you also go and settle for a woman that does nothing, you should also expect that especially if she's staying at home, taking care of kids, you should expect that when you guys get that divorce, she should get some type of compensation for her time because she's not going to start from zero. It would be very selfish of you to say,
Now you're still not getting the point. Doctor just said that the main reason why a lot of guys, myself included, we are scared of marriage nowadays is because of the divorce, right?
yeah,
It's because of the divorce. So if we're scared of the divorce, at that point, you've talked about, okay, now compensating a lady for you both have kids. And then now I have to be the one to compensate you to keep the kids on top of that. So at the end of the day, you look at that situation and you're asking yourself, what if I get married and tomorrow it goes like this? This is the situation I'll find myself. Like doctor said, at the end of the day, you guys might have a house together, and she ends up now she has to take the house, maybe keep the house, and then she keeps the kids, and then you're
keep
paying
paying the
child
house.
support on top of that, and you're paying the house, stuff like that. So those are things that scare us men. And on top of that, to add to what you just said, you've been married for 29 years now, and funny thing is, a lot of us, a lot of us, like, we would young people nowadays, we would look at relationships that we want to admire, and instead of us admiring successful marriages like yours, for instance, you've been married for 25, 29 years and be like, okay, I want my marriage to be like this one. Definitely, you for the 29 years, it wasn't just bread and butter. There were like days when it was tough and all of that.
Yes.
Instead of us to admire marriages like that, we are looking at people online, maybe celebrities online who are living life and stuff like that, and then we're like, okay, this is I want this type of relationship. I want this type of relationship, and then tomorrow you find out that they are not together. So we are copying those habits of those people instead of the ones that we should actually be copying.
Yeah, and then to add to what Mem said, you said those people that are talking about this, those boys, they are not even making such big amount of money. The thing is,
can I just interject?
Yes.
I don't cut me off
Yes.
for no reason. I don't cut me off for no reason.
Yes.
I perfectly understood your point.
Yes.
They're afraid of marriage because of divorce, right? But they're not just afraid that the marriage is going to fail. They are afraid that when the marriage fails, they're going to lose money.
Yes.
And my point is, the money that most of them are saying they're going to lose, most people don't even have that type of money. Because, for example, a court is not just going to give you a house because both of you guys live there. If you were working and that person was working, they're going to see that and then distribute your wealth based off both of yours income, based off of your standard. But now, for example, if you had like a stay-at-home wife that was taking care of the kids and doing all that stuff, when you guys divorce, obviously they're going to try to make sure that she can be on her feet when you guys divorce. So I'm not saying that, hey, when you get married or divorce is not going to happen, or like, oh, I'm looking at the compensation part of it. I'm saying most of their fear is just irrational, and it's because of the things online. Because if you have certain standards, if you want to marry and then when you divorce, in my opinion anyway, if you want to marry and you divorce and you don't want to lose a certain type of woman, a certain type of money, get a certain type of woman. Because there are women that also pay alimony. It's not like a gender-based thing. Alimony is not a gender-based thing. And if you're the primary custodian of your children, your wife makes money, she's going to pay you.
But what's the ratio?
What goes.
What's the ratio?
The ratio is most women stay with the kids
and
full time.
Exactly. And can we agree that just going to court at that time, the woman is already at the upper hand to the man, so the man has to go to extreme lengths
to stay with the kids.
Yes,
to stay
with the kids. And if you're going to stay with the kids, because by law they say, okay, the court has to make the decision based in the advantage of the kids, right? And if you're already having the upper hand to stay with the kids, that means automatically you have the upper hand to get most of it because you're the one who's supposed to take care of the kids, right?
They're going to give it based off of how you guys are going to distribute your time with your kids. It is. That's part of the factors that's in there. You can go read family court laws online. We just don't say based off of, the things that are ringing on social media. Go read family law. It is based off, they look at your income. They look at who is the primary custodian of the kid, who has how many kids, and how much you're making. And they will go based off that. If you're making $10 an hour and your wife is making $15 an hour, there's no way that a court is going to ask you to pay your wife that doesn't have kids with you. Let's just say everything is being equal, kids are not even involved. They're not going to ask you to pay that woman. It's impossible. If anything, if she made something that was considerably higher than you, she's going to pay. And that's anywhere, anyway.
Yeah, so the thing is, most of these young people, they think relationship is what they read from books.
Yeah.
Yes. What you see online, it might be something that they just put it together to look like something in marriage. Marriage is something quite different. Marriage is reality.
Yep.
Yes. So I would say, you young men, at the end, you need to marry. Yes. We are from Africa.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, we are from Africa. We need to marry. The thing is, let me bring some topics, some prayer in here. Just talk about religion. Just pray to God, because you cannot really know. Some of these ladies, they hide their characters until you are in there.
Yeah.
Before you start seeing it. Pray to God that, Father, this is you. I don't know this lady. I've been with this lady for 2 years, 3 years. I'm trying to form a permanent relationship with her. I want to get into marriage for her. Come, and then settle this marriage. Be our guidance. And then we'll go. People that think they are very smart. There's a saying in my dialect that somebody that thought he was smart went to the market to buy a goat, a female goat. They showed him a female goat because the goat was small, and then he saw a castrated goat that was bigger than the female goat. He thought this castrated goat was going to give birth faster than the female goat that was smaller. So he got the castrated goat. Then after years, the castrated goat was not giving birth. He asked, they said, no, this castrated goat, they show you a female goat. You didn't buy it because you thought you were too smart. There's no smartness in marriage.
Partner.
Yes. You just have to be wise to a certain level. Don't go take it to an extent.
Has to be cautious.
Yes, just be cautious. And then you see, you guys, you are young men, you compare between them now, you have, you compare between those your girls that you have. If you had this one for 2 years and then she's now an ex, you've been getting this one now for about 3 years. Compare those two.
But a lot of us don't even get to 1 year.
And then see, because you guys are not patient enough.
Period.
Yes.
Say that again.
But it's not a one. It's not just on us. It's not just on us. For instance,
Both parties are not patient enough.
yeah, like
Yes.
for instance, you talk about like when you grow up in Africa, you used to go to work, you come back, you have food. Here, a lot of the ladies, like they pick and choose the roles that the modern roles that they want and the traditional roles that they want. For instance, a lot of ladies will agree that, okay, as a man, you're supposed to be the one to provide. In most cases, you're supposed to be the one to protect and stuff like that. But some of them, like, or a lot of them, like, Mem talked about the lady not wanting to cook. Some of them don't want to cook. Like, for instance, as a man like me, I like to eat. I don't know if I can be with a lady who does not like to cook. So if a lot of them will be like, okay, no, I cannot cook, or I cannot do it all the time and stuff like that. So they make it difficult for us. They pick and choose the roles which they want to do.
So any lady that does not want to cook, I don't think that lady is looking for marriage, because I think she's going to be an independent lady. Because you cannot say you will never cook and then you bear kids, which means that every day you guys will be going out to eat in the restaurant. It's not good now.
They want a man who can cook for them.
No, it's not. It's not good. Like these our African ladies, when they come here, they want to really copy the modern way, but they forget certain things. They have kids. The man gets up in the morning, prepares the kid for school, or if it is church, the man gets up. The woman is sleeping. That the man is in that man's head, he is showing love. That woman thinks the man is saying the man loves her, or that is what the man is supposed to do. And then they give some of their duties, the home duties, to the men, saying it is marriage is partnership. But when it comes to certain duties, they say these are the duties of a man, like changing oil in the car, taking the car to
Taking the trash out.
taking the car to the mechanics, taking the trash out, cutting the grass around the house. They say these are jobs for men. But jobs for women, they don't do it. They allow the men do it too, like preparing the kids to go to school. Whose job is that? That's the mother's job. But they will let men do that.
So, Daddy Kume, don't you think like most of this is just compromise? Like most of it is compromise, right?
But you know, a lot of compromise on one side will force that partner out of that place.
Yeah, no, I was going to say that because I feel like personally, right, having been in both worlds, I have maybe a more open mind when it comes to it. But I feel like for example, if I was to marry a man that did most of the things, right? He didn't even have to do most of the things. I feel like maybe if I was home today and he wasn't, obviously you come back to food at the house, right? But if me and you went out to work at the same time and we come back at the same time and maybe we ate all the food from yesterday, I feel like it's going to be irrational sometimes for you to just be like, okay, go make it, right? If I have more energy, I would do it. But if I'm tired, then we can order out that day. That's why I feel like it's a compromise type.
Yes, it's a compromise. You can order, but when
Not make it a habit.
yes,
I mean, yeah, but also,
nobody is a slave to the order.
yeah, but what I feel like is it comes down to you, as you said, right? You want a certain type of woman. Those women are out there. But you cannot go meet a woman that has different standards, a woman that has made it clear to you that she can't cook, and then you come into a marriage and expect her to want to. You can't date a woman, for me personally, that never did any of those things for you when you guys were dating. I think that once you guys get married, that's going to change. That's you being delusional.
Yes.
There's a woman for every type of person, and there's a man for different type of women. So if it doesn't cut your coat, then don't go for it, right? Don't buy it. So I just feel like most of your fear is maybe because you're going to women that don't fit the category that you want, and you want them to be different people. So maybe we're having a conversation, and maybe take out time. Take out time and actually look if their values align with yours, because that's the first thing. If you guys' values don't align, then you guys are never going to be on the same page to even come to compromise.
But also, I agree with the fact that, yes, a lot of times, like maybe some of us, we don't vet the women that we get into relationships with to an extent. But like Dr. Kume said, people do change, because I don't think anybody who got married. I don't think anybody who got married yesterday and got divorced tomorrow, that was what they wanted.
No.
Exactly. So people do change. Circumstances like that do arise. So that is one of the reasons that contributes, like the fear.
Yeah, but also I feel like there's a certain standard and values that both of you guys have. There's a few people that are going to really do a 360. That is, they just had like a different type of there's that possibility. But are you going to look at maybe the 5% than the 90% that you would vet?
I don't think it's up to 90%.
I mean, are you also looking at your part that you're playing? Because the other 70% probably comes from you. That's why it's not 90%.
So, marriage, the traditional way is, we are here in America now, so we should be talking about the modern way of marriage. The traditional way is back home, where people used to get married at 25, and then they stay for all their lives in the marriage.
Yeah.
But now a woman will stay here, will spend, because when people used to get married at 25, they are selfless to their family the whole time. The woman here in America will say, I'm going to be myself. I take care of myself until I get onto 40, 50s before I get married.
Damn.
So
That's
with you guys growing up now, we have I'm promoting marriage between you guys here, Cameroonians, Nigerians, Congolese. Get married. When I came here, I used to say, if my son is not getting married from my village, then I will not support it. Yeah, but the thing is, marriage is a long-time commitment issue. And then you don't want to force something on someone
Who does
that will not be happy for the rest of his or her life.
Yep.
So if someone says they want to marry, even from Congo, from any place, and then you ask them if he or she is really happy with that, they say yes, then they should go ahead and marry. So you guys, even the ladies, bring down your standards to meet the guys. And then you guys cut away your fears. Yeah. Your fear is good. Yeah, because it makes you cautious.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't have to be afraid for all your life. You have to tackle issues head on at times.
DADA.
I hear you. I hear doctor.
Yeah. So, in short, marriage is good, but we will have to balance. Let's do the balance. We from Africa have to do the balance between traditional and modern. Let's put it in the middle,
Yeah.
and then we'll take it from there.
What are some values that you think that we absolutely should not lose, or that he should be looking at, since he's the one with the great fear of marriage? He should be looking at when he's,
Yeah,
you know,
if you see a woman that is, it's a woman that is selfless to the family, selfless to you first, because the woman is the mother of the house, including you, including your mother.
So she's the
And
mother.
yes, and then you are the father of the house, including her father.
Yep.
So you see the selflessness starting with both of you. And then you know that this lady, she can be a mother. Because some girls, some ladies are not mothers. They are not selfless. They think about themselves. They think that life revolves around them.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
So look at those qualities, and then you choose and leave everything, every doubt to God.
Yeah, I always say as well that, I mean, it's something that I like learned over time, but I always say as well that if you want to be with a lady, you should be with a lady who is able to invest in that relationship, because a lot of times, like we're talking about like balancing traditional and modern, a lot of times you be with a lady and she's not adding value to the relationship, she's not bringing anything to that relationship. So most times as well, it makes it easier for the lady to just up and leave when things get tough. But whereas if she was investing in that relationship, she would want to work on it. She would want to work to make it last longer. Same as the
When you
guy.
say investing, like, what do you mean, though?
Like,
Can you expand so that they know exactly what you mean?
when I talk about investing, like doing stuff for like, for instance, if you're with the guy, he's supporting you, helping you out with maybe like one or two things. Be with a lady who's also able to like help you out with stuff. Maybe like even the gifts.
Yeah.
Like buy you something, and then she knows that okay, she's been spending on this guy.
Yeah.
You get, it's not been a one-way thing, because if it's been she will not want to go and start over and start spending with another person, or asking herself, is this person worth it for me to spend on it? I love that. But if it's just a one-way thing where you're the one who keeps on spending on the lady, you're the one who keeps on giving, and she's not giving, she keeps on, she's the one on the receiving end and you're the one on the giving end. If she feels like, okay, this man is not doing what I want him to do, or maybe what he's not doing is no longer enough for me, she ups and leaves and looks for the next person who will keep on giving.
Yeah, I
Right?
think that also, like, just overly doing everything one side anyway, it breeds entitlement and resentment.
Yes.
Entitlement from the person that is receiving, and then resentment from the person that is giving too much. So I feel like,
Her point is good too.
yeah, that's a very, very good.
Yeah. And then what I want to say.
Before I know you're getting your thoughts together, but before we continue, we would like if you can give us a little story. Maybe tell us how you met you met your wife. Yes.
I know the point.
That's something we
I
want
know
to
that
hear.
you guys are commenting.
Tell us how you met.
Yes, Mavero and I come from the same village. Yeah, her mother used to sell this local drink they call sha.
I know that.
Yeah, so my mother used to order it for certain occasions. When they order it, it is Mavero that usually delivers. So I was saying that she was still small at that time. She was not yet informed. I was around from 3 at that time. She was there in class 5 or 6. So when she finally came to my secondary school, she was in Form 1 and I was in Form 5.
Okay.
Was seeing her. Then finally, when we got to Boya, she used to contact me to show her to teach her maths and further maths and physics.
Just to interject, this is one of the greatest geniuses of our life.
No, it's
I'm just telling you guys. I took classes with him, and he gave me a run for my money. This man is smart, so I don't blame her.
So I used to teach her, and then from there we started developing interest for each other. That was when she was in Form 2, because in Form 2 she moved from GBHS Ndap to Monia in Oya. Then I graduated from 5 and then moved to Kasbambili.
Wow, I remember that.
Yeah, so I went to Oya now, and then we started talking. And then I never went to her like I wanted to date her.
It was purely studies.
Yes, I wanted to. No. When we started talking, I did not even say I wanted to date her. I went straight for marriage, because at that time we young people.
What years
We
was
were,
that?
we were not dating.
Yeah,
what
she
years
was
was
in
that?
Form 4 at that time. Then I had graduated from Cas family,
Oh, nice.
and I was working as a butcher in Buer. Yes.
Uncle has done it all.
Yeah, I did everything.
Just to
The
also
way I'm here, where you see me now is I've been through so many things. So I see a lot. I've seen a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also to note, from those days they were older, so you guys should not think.
Yes.
Oh, they were some
No,
children.
they
They're
are
good
older.
women
We
in
used to go
Form
to school. We used to go to primary school, class 1. When you send your hand like this and it
Yeah.
touches your ear. At that time, you must have been about 10 years to get into class 1.
Yeah.
To
So
say
you have to send your hand like this.
They
Yes.
did that to me too.
Wow.
I'm
Yeah.
not old.
So I started with Marvero at that time, and then got married. This was around 1994, and then I paid her bride price in 1996.
Oh, that. Did you get any hurdles from the family? They were like, no, you're not.
No, the sister did not like me.
The twin? Because I know she's a twin, right?
The elder sister did not like me. The elder sister said I was poor, this and that. I didn't have anything. So the sister was trying to give her to one guy that is in Cameroon now.
Wanted to give him pass.
I wanted to give her to the guy, but my wife, Marvero, loved but me.
Period.
Yeah, so
And she writes for her man.
yes. So that's what happened. We had to, they were holders, but finally, this guy that came here, Marvelo's elder brother that came here and
Yeah.
got contracted with cancer and went home. And
Yeah.
she was one of those that supported me before he went through. Yeah.
Oh, me sorry.
Cheers to Pa.
Yes.
Oh, but yeah, that's really. It means you guys went through it.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always somebody in the family that will say, no, I'm not in support of this. But always, if there's
Fight for
love,
Is she still alive?
if there's, no, she died
Oh.
in 2001.
Oh.
But she has started calling me her very big in-law because I was fine then.
Okay, that's
Yes.
good. At least you saw you become so.
Yes.
That's great. I mean, when you go through all those tough times and you make it, I think that's one of the reasons why you want to make it all the way to the end.
Yes.
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 So tell us a little bit about some challenges that aside that you guys getting together, what are some of the challenges that you guys have faced throughout like your marriage, and how did you overcome it?
Yeah, I think challenges like small quarrels in the house, and then Marvero is somebody that is like, he has this masculine character. She wants to be her, and then she wants to make sure that decisions in the house, she's involved in all the decisions in the house. Even back home, she would always try to make sure that. But she's not been bad in doing that, because most of the time that I've tried her decisions and I've moved on, they were good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes. Only, but you know me.
African men especially, we have that ego.
Yes.
I love that you're
I want to
actually
decide.
admitting to that.
Yes.
So that you guys can
No, but
hear.
that's true. Like
Yes.
African men, sometimes it's at the end of the day, sometimes it's just we after a while we think about it and then we see see reasons, but it's we don't want you to be like you are imposing.
No.
That's where we don't.
So it's been like, it's good, but not a bed of roses. But if we sail through it, fine. We're going towards 30 years now, so we are succeeding.
Yeah, I feel like you guys are like polar opposites that just blend together, like the different pieces that attract each other.
Yes.
The more cool-headed, like level-headed. In fact, solves everybody's problem. Mother is like me. Mama is exactly like me. We go ahead first.
Yes.
So her daughters copied her correctly.
Yes. Yes.
Well, that.
Is her.
Oh.
It's Marvel.
Oh.
You've caught her out.
Call her out. We'll blur her name.
Well, all right. Before we round up, Daddy, we're just going to say maybe give us like some final words, like just sum everything up for us. Advice to
Okay.
especially not just the men, but even the ladies too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the advice to young men and ladies now is that keep away from relationship that you read from books, watch online, and then face the reality. Marriage is not something that somebody can define to you to follow. You have to live your own marriage and then face the obstacles, tackle them head on, and then solve them. And then when you are married or when you are in a relationship, try to resolve your issues within you in the house. Then talk to the next person, because the next person might be jealous of you, and then you don't know what advice that will come from that person.
Yep.
So focus on your relationship, build it up, trust each other, and then try out yourself to marry. Stop being afraid. Yes, being afraid is something good because it makes you cautious. But you cannot continue being afraid for the whole of your life. Then it means you are never going to get married. But we need our grandkids. We need to carry grandkids when we are still young now, not when we get old and then we come and leave grandkids. So we can, when a grandkid does something, we cannot run after to catch them. So do it now. Put your fears behind you. And then for the ladies, please bring down your standards. Yes, be with these guys, show them love, and then support them. And you see your relationship work and even your marriage work too. Thank you, guys.
Build with us. Build with us. We are.
Bob the Builders. That's what he's trying to say. We should be Bob the Builders.
Well,
You want me to first?
go ahead.
All right, y'all. Thank you guys so much for being with us up to this moment and for watching the episode until here. And I want to really thank Daddy Dr. Kume for the words of wisdom, and to the kids, you know yourselves, Daddy wants grandchildren very, very soon. So
Sharp.
2 years maximum.
Sharp.
We want mini use, right?
Yes.
Sharp.
I'm very excited and for being here the first time. So just stay tuned and see what we have in store.
Yep. Well, like she's already said everything, guys. There's nothing for me else to say than to just continue to thank each and every one of you who has been with us from day one. Like we promised, we are going to do our best to make sure we give you the best viewing experience. We are going to do our best to improve every day. If you have any suggestions, I keep on saying, continue to tell us feedback. And Dr. Kume, once more, thank you for coming on. More amazing guests ahead. Stay with us and continue to like our videos. Remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Turn on your notification bell because we will see you every Friday.
Yep.
And follow our social media pages: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Reality on Repeat _podcast. Thank you guys once more for watching, and
Thank you.
bye. See you on our next episode.